I just wanted to quickly tell you about the time I used the Ouija board in my dorm room. I took notes during it, and we talked to a man named Herdy, who died at age 92. And I have this sort of gift, I guess, where I see things in my mind, and I kept just seeing trees, like being in a forest. And so I asked him. I said, "What's with the trees?" And he told us he was looking for Guri. And then again, I don't know how great this spelling was because I've never heard anyone named Herdy, but Gertie was his teddy bear. So he was sort of trapped in the world of his childhood looking for his lost teddy bear, even though he died at age 92, which I thought was interesting. I sort of thought that when you die, if you become a spirit in this between place, you sort of stay as you were when you died. And then he kept spelling out curly. And is your hair curly? Is your teddy bear's hair curly? And he said, no. And he said, boy with curly hair. And I realized I had a picture pinned to my bulletin board of a friend of mine who passed away 3 years ago, and he has curly hair. And I said, are you talking about Rob? Because that was his name. He said, yeah. And he identified with the fact that that boy was dead too. And I was like, have you seen him? He's like, no. And then just wrote death. And yeah. It was interesting. He identified that person was dead too. So he totally knew he was dead. And then my roommate's friend had just passed away, and that's why she wanted to do the Ouija board. She wanted to talk to her friend. I'm not really sure how much of it was actually a spirit talking. I am thoroughly convinced she was moving it to satisfy herself. But basically, Sarah came out as being gay and had been in love with Emily all this time, and that's why she was always upset when Emily had a boyfriend. Someone's coming, hold on. I'm sorry about that. I thought my roommate was coming, and no one I know knows that I'm doing these, and I kind of want to keep it that way. Anyway, her friend came out as being gay, I think I said that, and that she had been in love with Emily and everything, and Emily was like, oh darn, I wish we'd tried, even though she claims to be straight and everything. It was weird. I really don't think that it was actually her friend. I think she was moving the piece to satisfy herself. I hear noise again. No, someone went into the bathroom. Okay, but other things that Sarah talked about that, I don't know if it was Emily moving it or not, because it was some pretty far out stuff. She said there is a heaven. Now Emily isn't particularly religious. Neither am I, neither is my boyfriend who was also with us. Talked about there is a heaven. It's nothing like what you think it is or anyone thinks it is because it's not fathomable by the human mind and whatever. And we asked, have you seen anyone? Are there people up there, have you seen your grandma, stuff like that. She said she saw me. And that's really been bugging me since it happened. She spelled out my name. I'd met her once. I didn't even know the girl very well, but she said, and we were like, what about Kelsey? You saw her in heaven, and I'm alive, last I checked. And when we asked how is that possible, she kept trying to spell things out and then messing up and just moving it weird, and kept saying, it's okay, just try again, I know this is hard, but, you're kind of freaking me out. And she just ended with God. And, again, none of us are religious. I don't know what I believe, to be honest. I find believing in a man in the sky is kind of far-fetched, and it's been bugging me ever since, and I tried talking to Travis about it, and he said, don't let it bother you, it is what it is. You've been fine, you're going to keep being fine. And maybe one day, whether it's in this life or not, you'll know what she meant. And I'm not patient. That's something you'll learn about me. I'm not patient in the least. And then we asked what dying was like. She said it's not scary at all, and you don't see your life flash before your eyes and whatever. So, yeah, and yeah, that was the Ouija board usage. Sorry, this video's kind of long. I just thought you should know. So, is the person in my room this hurdy guy? He was a little boy, and he was a nice, cute little, yay, playful little boy, but the ghost that has been scaring the shit out of me is very not nice, I guess. It doesn't seem like a little kid. So I don't know. But what are your guys' thoughts on Ouija boards? I'm curious. I've heard a lot of, they're evil, don't ever touch them, they're portals for demons, blah. I've heard a lot of that, but I've also seen scientific studies where they put people in just a room and monitored their brain, and that every single test it was someone in the room, whether they realized it or not, moving the piece. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them. So what do you guys think? It's my question of the day. Yeah. Alright, well, I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.